Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to take a deeper look at the connections between BRICS and XRP, as I've seen a lot of content from the XRP community linking the two every time BRICS mentions a new currency or payment system. So let's see if there's any validity to the idea that BRICS and XRP are connected. Firstly, what is BRICS? BRICS is a political and economic alliance between Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and other countries that have been accepted to join. The aim is to foster cooperation between these countries, focusing on economic growth, financial independence, and increasing their geopolitical influence. They want to create an alternative financial system or currency for trade that challenges Western institutions like the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and the US dollar, which is used as the world reserve currency in global trade. Now you can see where this is going. Because BRICS is interested in creating an alternative financial system or common currency to challenge the US dollar, a strong speculative narrative has emerged that suggests XRP and Ripple are the solution. This idea aligns with the financial goals of BRICS, as XRP can be used in cross-border payments, act as a bridge currency, and Ripple is an alternative system to SWIFT. According to this narrative, all of this aligns with what BRICS wants, and therefore, they will be using XRP. Every time BRICS mentions an alternative currency or alternative financial system, some people think they are insinuating XRP in code. The argument is that they haven't openly said XRP because they are under NDAs. To further support this theory, people point to Ripple's partnerships with financial institutions worldwide, some of which may be in BRICS countries. Despite these partnerships being commercial in nature, dealing mostly with cross-remittance payment service providers for low-value, small corridor payments and not actual state-backed initiatives from countries or central banks. This doesn't stop some from believing that a Ripple partnership with a financial company in Brazil, for example, means that BRICS is interested in XRP as an alternative solution.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. With today's announcement from Ripple, there is no longer a need for debate on XRP being used or not in the BRICS nations. Ripple Payments Direct documentation from Ripple, the exact process, now approved for operation in the UAE. And we've been calling it all along. The BRICS are going to be utilizing RippleNet and XRP. It made sense because you see all the Ripple rails set up in every single BRICS country already. Even countries that are looking to join the BRICS already have Ripple rails inside.
Of course, in the eyes of many XRP advocates, there's no other option for BRICS but to use it as a payment system. They believe all roads connect to XRP and there's no other viable solution but it. XRP is the only viable option on the market, and everything must lead back to it. However, BRICS nations have several potential alternatives for bypassing the US dollar and SWIFT for international payments. These alternatives aim to enhance their financial sovereignty, reduce reliance on US-dominated systems, and build their own infrastructure for cross-border payments. Let's look at some viable options. CIPS, Cross-Border Interbank Payment System. This system, developed in China, is essentially China's alternative to SWIFT. It facilitates cross-border payments in the Chinese yuan and aims to increase the international use of the yuan in global trade. CIPS still works with SWIFT for messaging, but it has its own distinct system for settling payments. In cross-border payments, there's a distinction between the messaging process and the payment settlement process. Considering China is a major player within BRICS, CIPS could be used by other BRICS nations that want to settle payments outside of the SWIFT network, particularly if they are trading with China. SPFS, System for Transfer of Financial Messages. Developed by Russia's central bank, SPFS is Russia's alternative to SWIFT, created in response to Western sanctions that excluded them from the SWIFT network. SPFS functions similarly to SWIFT, but operates independently within Russia and can be connected to other countries for payments. This system, promoted by Russia, could also be expanded to accommodate other BRICS nations that are concerned about sanctions or the control of the U.S. within the financial system. Another option is local currency settlements with bilateral or multilateral payment agreements. BRICS nations can easily establish trade agreements among themselves to settle payments in their own currencies, reducing the need for dollar settlements or reliance on SWIFT. Expanding local currency settlements could help BRICS nations bypass the need for third-party currencies, reducing their reliance on the dollar. Such agreements are already being explored by BRICS, with countries like India and Russia conducting trade in their local currencies to avoid using the US dollar. CBDCs. The BRICS nations are already developing their own CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, as an alternative form of payment. China is building the digital yuan ECNY, Russia the digital ruble, and India the digital rupee. To clarify, none of these CBDCs are being built on the XRPL or using Ripple technology. These CBDCs could easily be used for international trade between BRICS nations, bypassing the US dollar and SWIFT. There's also the possibility that BRICS could create their own new currency or reserve currency, backed by a basket of assets. A BRICS currency would allow them to settle payments directly with one another without relying on the US dollar. Some like to jump to the conclusion that any mention of a BRICS reserve currency means they are referring to XRP, but that's not the case. BRICS is referring to a completely new currency that has nothing to do with public cryptocurrencies like XRP. Lastly, BRICS could adopt a blockchain-based payment system. However, if they do go this route, it doesn't necessarily mean they would use the public DLT network, XRPL, or the XRP token. They could simply follow the example of the BIS and use blockchain-based technology to create their own payment system or MCBDC platform, similar to mBridge, to facilitate cross-border trade and bypass U.S. hegemony. To summarize, BRICS has various alternatives and global payment options to bypass the US dollar and SWIFT beyond just XRP. These alternatives can enhance their financial independence and promote de-dollarization and shouldn't be ignored as potential solutions. The idea that XRP is their only option is flawed, and anyone pushing the narrative that BRICS will be using XRP is misleading you. There is literally no official link between XRP and BRICS. With that said, let's realistically assess the chances of BRICS opting to use XRP as their main payment solution over other options. First, BRICS wants a payment solution that they control and can tailor to their national interests, one that isn't dependent on Western-controlled systems. Even though XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency, it is still closely tied to Ripple, a private US-based company. Institutions that use XRP typically do so indirectly via Ripple, which provides the infrastructure. Ripple, being a US-based company, would be too closely tied to US regulatory frameworks for BRICS to find it attractive. BRICS would likely prefer their own national solutions for sovereignty and independence over a third-party solution like Ripple and XRP. Second, BRICS nations are already developing their own CBDCs, which can be used for international trade. None of these are being built on the XRPL or Ripple's private CBDC environment. CBDCs allow central banks to have full control over their currency, which they wouldn't have with XRP. It's far more attractive for BRICS to use their own CBDCs in a payment system they control than to rely on Ripple, XRP, or XRPL. Lastly, if you observe what BRICS is working towards, it's clear they prefer using their own national currencies in trade and building their own financial infrastructure. Even if they create a BRICS reserve currency or develop their own blockchain systems or payment networks, these would be solutions they have full control over. They are unlikely to adopt a third-party system like XRP that exists outside their direct influence. So, while XRP can be used as a bridge currency for cross-border payments and may be useful for niche, low-value cross-border remittance, its value proposition for BRICS to adopt it as a widespread payment solution is relatively low, given the alliance's larger goals, strategies, and priorities. In conclusion, BRICS is more likely to focus on developing their own payment systems, using their own currencies or CBDCs, or even creating a common BRICS currency. As of yet, no financial system has been officially chosen, and BRICS is still exploring options, but there is no official link between BRICS and XRP or Ripple. Any such claim is purely speculative. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so as to not miss my next video.